Previously on Trekking with Trevor, we explored 2 incredible countries where we encountered amazing animals while having big, epic adventures. My name is Trevor Leclerc. Now it's time for our final expedition where we will travel to Costa Rica to explore the neotropical jungles. To kickstart this adventure, we are going to trek through a muddy marsh as we venture onward to meet the people of the Bri Bri indigenous tribe. How exciting!
Oh, it feels so good.
During the trek, I wanted to keep my boots dry, so this meant one thing: barefoot hiking through deep, murky, tropical water. Now this is my kind of adventure.
I know, adventures like this is what I like to do. This is awesome. I'm so glad I don't have baby-sensitive feet. I am no longer walking on soft sand or mud, but instead, grounded rocks. Yay! Barefooted on rocks. Ooh! Does this mean we get to do a little bit of whitewater canoeing?
After the exciting trek, we finally made it to the Yorkin River where our boats await. Traveling upriver, vibrant rainforests surround the banks marking the borders of both Costa Rica and Panama. Fighting against the current, we venture deeper into the wilderness, which is part of Costa Rica's largest indigenous reserve, Talamanca. What a beautiful place to live. To make this trip even more exciting, let's wobble through a muddy construction site which passes through the village's school.
Hey, no breakdancing on the tour!
Breakdancing! Yeah! Welcome to the Yorkin Village, home of the Bri Bri indigenous tribe, a community consisting of wonderful folks who established Braupa, an organization developed to help them accomplish 3 main objectives: protect the forest, protect the culture, and improve family economy. Through ecotourism, they're able to share their lifestyle with visitors from around the world while benefiting the community. What a great way to meet their goals. First thing first, we have to get our face painted. Why? Because you can't have a jungle expedition without face paint.
Achote fruit. Makes for some awesome warrior paint. Yes.
Satisfaction guaranteed. While in the jungle, what do you do when you have a sudden battle with your sweet tooth? Have no fear, the sugar cane is here. After removing the roots and whacking at the cane, we then get to have some jungle candy.
Thank you.
Yum. Okay, I'm enjoying this a little too much. Now to extract the sugar. Using the sugar mill, we crush the nuts in the cane for easy smashing. Then we pound away.
Feel like Gaston just flex while doing this.
Good job, Trevor.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah?
Everything has a Disney.
My teeth are really clean.
Oh, it's just the beginning.
Because sometimes they bite.
Smashing the cane is what causes the juice to run down the leaf into the bucket. Finally, we wring out the final bits of juice. Every bit counts. Voila! Now we have sugar. Fermenting it is what creates the crystals, but for now, we'll be satisfied with some jungle shots. This sugar water gives me the jungle happies.
That was pretty good.
Now let's settle our sugar rush with some archery. Notice how he holds the bow and arrow when hunting. It's a different tactic than what I've learned.
Everybody, close the hand. Make that. This one go here.
Oh.
Yeah? You didn't know it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
No. We have our style. Hand like that. Close the hand and put here.
Let's give it a shot. The hanging fruit is the target. It's only about 15 feet away. An easy hit.
Go inside, you block. There it came out. Need to be.
Oh, so close.
It's harder that way. Last one.
Don't miss, huh?
No pressure, right?
So close.
I hit it, but it didn't stick it.
I don't know about you, but all this excitement has made me hungry. Let's have some chocolate. A gift from the jungle. The Bri Bri makes chocolate by crushing cocoa beans using a large rock. They then shake it up to filter out the shells. Next, we are going to grind it up, then poof! We have a cocoa paste. With a little bit of sugar, it's a cocoa delight. After a wonderful time at the Yorkin Village, it's time to pack up our luggage and venture to our next location. Cruising back down the river, we are going to travel from one boat to another, where we proceed down a channel toward an island along the Caribbean coastline. Welcome to La Tortuga Feliz. La Tortuga Feliz is a non-profit organization dedicated to protecting sea turtles with the help of volunteers, both locally and internationally. Volunteers help the organization by manning the hatchery or patrolling the beaches in a race against time, collecting turtle eggs before they're snatched up by the poachers. Once collected, the eggs are monitored in the hatchery on a 24-hour basis until they hatch. Lucky for us, that time has come. Hundreds of leatherback sea turtle hatchlings emerge from their nest and are ready to be released back into the wild. With the help of the organization, more hatchlings survive the consequences of poaching while adding numbers to the population of this endangered species. This is a magical sight, seeing so many babies scurry to the water where they'll fight for survival, eventually growing up to 7 feet long and weighing up to 2,000 pounds, making them the largest sea turtle species in the world. Incredible! We have just witnessed the beginning of another chapter in the world of conservation. As our trip nears the end, we leave the coastline to venture high up into the mountains, where we explore the magic and wonders of a neotropical cloud forest. These mystical forests are home to a high diversity of life. Plants and animals can be found in all shapes, sizes, and colors, piecing together the web of life that creates this tropical ecosystem. As warm coastal air travels up the mountain, it cools and condenses into clouds that hydrate the jungle through condensation and heavy rainfall. The droplets of water then trickle down the towering plants toward the forest floor. As the sun heats up the jungle, the clouds begin to thin and water evaporates back into the atmosphere, where it aids in the construction of clouds the following day. Any water that escapes the cycle fuels the streams that flow down the mountainside. This water cycle is the key component to life in the cloud forest, and a great example on how multiple ecosystems are connected. However, due to climate change, the dry season has increased, negatively affecting the forest's natural history, resulting in a decline in native fauna such as frogs, whose calls have gone silent within the past decade. We just traveled around the globe from a dry desert to a humid jungle on 3 epic adventures. This was a wonderful experience. We interacted with local tribes, learned about conservation, and got up close to some of the coolest animals who continue to have a place within my heart. These adventures were truly a memorable experience one will never forget. My name is Trevor LeClaire. After receiving a master's in biology, it's now time to travel from one trail to the next as we continue to seek out epic wildlife and adventures. Join me by subscribing to Trekking with Trevor, then together we can explore and discover the beauty of nature.